What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Start the Car episode 2. This is a little bit different, mainly because I got a bottle of Diet Pepsi instead. Like I said, you gotta stay hydrated. So right now I'm headed out to this shop to go work on this truck. That's what I was working on yesterday, or no, I'm sorry, a few days ago when I posted the Start the Car episode 1 video. I went down to the vinyl store. You guys kind of came with me. You virtually came with me with this camera. And then we went down there and grabbed some more vinyl. I finished cutting them all out, and now I'm taking all the decals out to their shop to go put the stickers onto the truck, so it is fully lit up and decaled up for their company, and then they're excited because it's advertisement. I don't know. I have a few things to talk to you guys about today, I guess, but I don't really know how much I'll really talk to you about before I get out there. I was kind of thinking I might drive out there, go put them on, maybe film what I did for you guys so you guys can kind of see, and I'll just put them over the top of this video, you know, so you guys can see that while I'm talking. I'm turning off that turn signal. I watched the video, and it's like, look, I don't want to get a ticket because of no turn signal, but on the same hand, like, it's almost kind of worth it because I freaking hate that clicking. Yeah, so I'm headed out there right now, and it's pretty simple. I have all of the decals already cut out, like I just said, and I'm just applying them. There's 2 that go on the sides of each door, and then one that's going on the back, and then that's it. This one really is not that big of a job. It's more of a quick and easy one, so I'm gonna go out there, bust that out, and then I'm going to come home and work on their next job that they're having me do, which is a big roll-up door, and I think it's like 4 feet tall, so that one is a pretty big job and will require a little bit more preparation, and it'll be a little bit crazier. I like doing that big stuff. I've done lots of jobs for this company in the past. I even worked for them as a construction worker, not just doing their vinyl. Over the summer, I drove a scraper for them, so your boy was out there working construction, trying to make money to afford drifting and paying for this YouTube channel. But I've done like their water tower, and I also did their decals in their airplane hangar, which was like 6 feet tall, I think, or maybe it was 5.5. Yeah, I think it was 5.5 feet tall. I'll put a picture of that up right now. I still brag about that a little bit today because it was probably one of the coolest things I've done. You know, I'm not trying to be braggy about it, I guess I shouldn't say that. It's just one of those things that I'm most proud of because this whole vinyl stuff, it's all me doing, you know. I mean, I cut out the stickers, I assemble them all, you know, I go out there, I have to be a professional, I show up, I shake people's hands, nice to meet you, you know what I'm saying? And then I send over an invoice all created by me, you know, and then so these big jobs are really cool for me because then it's kind of like, not only am I doing my own stuff, it's huge, and I don't know, I like it. It's pretty cool. I feel like the bigger it is, the funner it is. I mean, it's way harder, don't get me wrong, but on the same hand, it's like, it's cool. You're like, look at how big it is. You're like, that's one sticker. I did that. I don't know. If you guys don't make stickers, you probably don't relate, so all of that was probably just like, you guys didn't even care. Enjoy this little break. Alrighty, everyone, so we're getting back into it right now, and I just finished up all my stickers on that service truck of this company's. So I got it done, and it ended up looking pretty good, pretty much everything I ever hoped for. Yeah, I'm pretty excited with the way it turned out, and I have a few other things I wanted to talk to you guys about in this Start the Car episode. So somebody asked me a question, which I was pretty impressed with because not a whole lot of you did, but that's okay. I'm hoping more people will for the next one, so I have more things to talk about. But this wonderful person commented on my YouTube channel, and I'm totally forgetting their name, and I'm probably gonna butcher their question. This is probably something I should have thought out when I was like planning this series, is maybe I should start like printing out what people asked and their names and stuff like that, or at least writing them down. But I'm gonna verbatim say what they asked, and they asked, you know what, I just thought of it. Okay, here's how I'm gonna do it, because so I don't even really exactly remember what the question was, but I kind of do. So I think I'll just put a screenshot of the question like right about here, because that's one way I can do it. And then it'll be kind of like a game, you know? Because I looked at this comment about 8 hours ago. So we're gonna play a little game called How Well Does SpeedRacinJason's Brain Work? What's some advice I have for someone that's trying to get into drifting other than watching YouTube channels like yours? That's what she said, which I thought A was funny. I'm pretty sure it was a she. Now I'm getting all confused, and I'm hoping that I'm not completely butchering this entire question right now. I think I kind of am, but there's only one question for this video, so it's not like it's too big of a deal. It was pretty much saying, what do you want, or what's some advice for someone who's trying to get into drifting? And I guess I should have maybe also responded back with another question to answer her question. I guess I don't even know if they wanted to start. I kind of screwed this up. I should have, yeah, I did it. I screwed up. That's okay. We're only on episode 2 of this series, so I'm not too concerned about it, like I said. But I think that it was mainly targeted at people that were wanting to actually start in the sport of drifting. And if you're gonna try and start drifting, like actually drifting the car, solid recommendation, go watch the How to Drift videos by Chelsea DeNofa. There you go. But no, I mean, there's all sorts of things that you could talk about with that. So, I mean, if you're really going to start getting into drifting, the first thing you're gonna need is a car, and they didn't mention if they had one of those, so that would probably be step number 1, is find a car. Now, I own a 240SX. That's what people used to say, buy a 240, it's a perfect drift car. Well, now they're fucking stupid priced. I paid $3,800 for my piece of shit, which was way overpriced, but it was a factory 5-speed and only had 126,000 miles on it, so I don't know. And I guess that's not even the worst. You know, like Oregon and Portland has pretty bad drift tax, but I mean, I've seen way worse prices now on Craigslist. So I don't even know, guys. Don't do that, I would say. Unless you, I mean, if you live in one of those areas with super cheap 240s, like the $800 S13s, go buy one with a dual cam. I mean, fuck, man, that's totally a drift car. But if you're on a budget, you know, and you live right here where I'm at, it seems to be the place to get a drift car is from the BMW headquarters and buy an E36, and I'm totally pulling out right now and hoping that I don't get hit. Woo! Okay, sorry, that's a pretty busy road. In my personal area, Portland, I would say go buy an E36, man. And I mean, you don't even need to buy those things. Like Tuner Zen, shout out to him. He's getting a plug right now in my little podcast type deal. But Tuner Zen, you can go look up his YouTube channel. This motherfucker's gotten like 2 of them for free, like 2 E36s for free. So, I mean, if you can get a free E36, you pretty much have a free drift car, in other words, because realistically, you can take those things out, weld the diff, and get down in them. I mean, that's all I've done in my 240 for people asking. I mean, I've done lots of maintenance-y things, and I've like done like other, I guess I have other things, I guess I should say. But for the most part, it's a pretty stock car, other than the fact it has a welded diff, and that's really all you need, is, especially where we're at. I mean, weld the diff, you drive the car, and eventually you buy more drift mods. So that's my advice for someone who's trying to start the sport of drifting. Just go out, find a cheap rear-wheel drive, 5-speed, 6-speed, 4-speed, I don't care, whatever you find, but probably a manual. And this is really common. This is pretty much the same advice you're gonna get from about anyone, is you get a good car. It doesn't even have to be good. You just go get a car, especially if you don't know how to drift. I mean, from the sounds of it, it's someone that's getting into the sport of it, doesn't probably have a car, so go buy a fucking beater. It doesn't need to be a good car. And this is what I always say, and like what I think about is, if you can drift a piece of shit with 140 horsepower, like just go master that, because if you can drift that, once you go get a nice car, or once you really start doing all the mods to the car and making it a nice car, you're you're gonna be able to outperform all the people that started with the good car. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I think that's pretty smart. Dropping knowledge on you. I don't know. It was a little bit of a rant and a little bit of a long drawn out answer to that question. Looking at it on the other, like on other sides and other perspectives of it, I feel like drifting is, okay, I'm kind of just using that big group word of drifting, but I should say right now, I'm more talking about the drifting community, you know, like, they seem like really fucking nice people, and they're all really approachable. I mean, that's how I've gotten, like, my name out there so well, and I mean, maybe some of you guys can vouch for me, but I just walk up to people and, hey, out of Pat's Acres, nice to meet you. I'm SpeedRacinJason. Here's a sticker and a business card. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel, and then it usually leads into a conversation about like their car or my cars or things I've seen in the drifting scene, things they've seen. I mean, it's real easy to just like kind of make your own little market right into the scene. I mean, it's real easy to do that in anything as long as you're willing to put in the effort. You know, you just gotta show up and be nice. And sorry, there was a guy standing out on the side of the road, so there shouldn't be a guy on this country road, so it was a little weird. But I mean, as long as you're willing to put into work and just go talk to the people and try and be friendly and happy with them, I mean, you can usually get into it. I mean, step one of getting into it is just go out there and get into it. Throw yourself into it. That's what I do with pretty much everything, including this YouTube channel. Just throw yourself right into the middle of it and swim your way out. And eventually you'll figure it out. You know what I'm saying? And if you're having a hard time in the drifting scene or getting into it, I don't know, come up to me. Come say hi. I'll say hi to you. I don't care. I mean, it's pretty easy. I'm a pretty nice guy, and it seems like most of the people are, so I don't know. Just send it. I mean, if you're brave enough to drift a car, you should be brave enough to like walk up to some people and say hi. I mean, I know that's not how everyone works, so feel free to disagree with me, but I don't know. Other than that though, another thing I was gonna maybe talk about is I've looked into some of the analytics of the last Start the Car episode, and it seems like the majority of the people, like the average view duration at least was like 6 minutes, and you gotta keep that in mind that like some people exit after like 10 seconds, so that really screws up the average. But realistically, I'm assuming probably the 10-15 mark would probably work better than a 20. I mean, some days I might go for 20 anyway, and this one, I don't even know. I feel like this one might be a little bit into that 15, maybe even 16 minute range, but as long as it looks good and sounds good, I don't really care. I mean, I'm gonna just post it, and if you guys watch it, you watch it. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, turning off the turn signal because I just realized I was doing that. But with that being said, I hope you guys did enjoy this episode of Start the Car. I hope you enjoyed this the little thing that I did. And if you did, please make sure to give me a like and a subscribe, and comment any questions you guys have, and more things I'll talk about in the next video. You know what I mean? Other than that, have a great and wonderful day. Oh, look at this. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but there's a Slam Forester going by. It was loud. You guys couldn't see it, but that thing was actually pretty low. I don't know. Good way to end the video, I guess. Bye-bye.